This is what happened in Superman 2025, right? Then they cut like a half hour of stuff after a bunch of test screenings. And when it came out, in my opinion, it still was a big old piece of trash. Supergirl cut nearly 25 minutes of footage ahead of its release. Test screenings often provide an early look at a film, but the version audiences eventually see in the theaters can be quite different. The process fascinates me more than the actual scores. It offers a glimpse into how filmmakers shape and refine their movies before release. Sometimes the changes are drastic. Other times, there's little differences between the version that was tested and the one that ultimately reaches theaters. Take, for example, Ryan Coogler's Sinners in late 2024. The cut shown then ran nearly 3 hours. Oh. Like the opening expositional monologues, skipped Sammy's return to the church, relied heavily on voiceover, and featured a much less prominent score. Many early scenes were later trimmed or removed entirely, which, according to some people I spoke to, improved the pacing and tightened the first half of the film. Sometimes drastic changes work, but other times they don't make much of a difference. So with all that in mind, we come to Supergirl. The film has been screening for months now and has evolved significantly. Supergirl has reportedly test screened more than 10 times. I wonder what the average amount of test screenings is. Let's see. What's the average amount of test screenings movies go through?
On average, most studio movies undergo about 3 test screenings, but the exact number can vary depending on the movie's genre, the initial audience reaction, and the film's budget.
3. So 10 says something interesting. More than I recall for any other studio film this decade. Wow. There have been 3 different endings shown, with the latest attached to last week's California screening. The cut reportedly ran around an hour and 50 minutes and included additional Clark Kent Superman scenes. So 2 hours, okay. In January 2026, a few months ago, the film reportedly had a runtime of 2 hours and 5 minutes. So they cut it to an hour and 50 minutes. And now from there, I guess 25 more minutes. So I guess it's going to be an hour and a half movie. We now have the official runtime, and a lot has been cut. Supergirl will run an hour and 47 minutes. Hour and a half, because you got to think about credits. So credits are usually like, I guess, say 10 minutes maybe. Including credits, which can account for anywhere between 5 and 7 minutes. See? That means that in just the last 5 months, roughly 25 minutes of footage has been removed. Fascinating. It's not just the runtime that has been drastically altered. The film has also gone through 3 composers. Oh, I didn't know that. Ramin Djawadi was initially attached, followed by Junkie XL, before Claudia Sarn finally took over. When discussing his experience making Supergirl, Gillespie said he has repeatedly shut down rumors that James Gunn creatively interfered with the film. Well, here's the thing, whether he did or not, doesn't matter. Doing what I do, we found out over the years that they don't mind lying to us. You know what I mean? To push forward a narrative that everything's a peachy keen. So I don't know. Of course, whether numerous test screenings, changes, and recuts originated from Gunn or Gillespie himself is something none of the principals have publicly addressed. Maybe the changes will work. Who knows? Now that the final cut is locked, it will no longer be screened for audiences. Well, I look at it this way. If it's an hour and a half and it's bad, I get to get in and out. Like, if it's a bad movie, an hour and a half is perfection. Get to get the hell out of there. Before I'm like, oh my God, would this just be over? Because you start feeling like that any more than an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? If it's bad. If it's great, you're like, should have been longer. It should have been longer. So, I don't know why so much was cut, but if it was the same reasoning as the last movie, it's because it's too goofy, too silly. So, we'll see. We'll see. So, post comments down below. Let me know what you think of the situation. Why was the extra 25 minutes cut? What do you think, mate? 10 million subscribers. Woo!